just send them the, for example, WordCamp in a box from. So now I'm on the electricity packed in save
The streaming kit sounds good. Jacket of infinite. I mean, this jacket will be ready.
cup of tea.
So what is it?
Sounds like Howley to that.
Understood that because if you go to a hotel, they give you. What's the average cost of a video?
Iron it.
Japan travel blog posts up today. Like not very city to tell them into sentences in their photo. Very rarely, so I always still collect the do not disturb.
You want another one?
I want to, so take good care of it.
I will. I don't have.
Sound not working.
They're fun. Have you considered collecting snow globes?
Oh. Yeah. The thing. Yeah. Me too.
Wasn't it supposed to start?
I thought.
Well, the door's supposed to start. There might be people.
Where I was locked, there was one door that was not locked. My phone has slow motion mode, so of course I had a lot of.
That you or him? Or
She like
no, that it sounds in
That's-
the background.
No, that's her.
That might be you cooing. That's really scary.
Everybody.
So good. That's the boy that lays an egg, right?
And having twins. I have a friend who just said.
I probably would have just taken a pillow to one of them. Yeah, well, it's not like you get a choice.
Probably not.
Has fraternal twins that run in her family, which doesn't have anything to do with identical twins. Identical twins is just doesn't run in genetically. It's just like a combination of hers and mine. Her chances of having twins again is like 60%.
Six kids.
The first set help you scale to the second set, and then hold it up to like babysit.
Well, it's self-perpetuating.
You can do it with a half generation interval instead.
Well, that's because he doubled up.
But so like if it's twins and twins, they can do like.
To scale down to agree to 3. We're not doing 3. False drive this.
Okay.
Then we know we get 1.
Well, we have 7 going on the Facebook event.
Don't show up.
feels like slightly more of a commitment.
Yeah, Ben's got the master list.
I copied everyone to Eventbrite except for. Yeah, because there's 11 here, there's 12. Right.
Yeah.
This
I
was
didn't Eventbrite.
He's the only one that's not in this list.
Okay. Would you feel better if I did at some point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you were invited.
That is the wiki is.
Yeah, but I added myself.
It just helps with marketing, because when people see other people are going.
It'd be good if we could say.
Oh. What's that?
I was trying to do, speaking of power saving.
I don't know. I picked everyone in the group. No. Who haven't been hired for a job. But like,
How much does it pay?
I don't know something.
My current job?
Depends on experience. People, I think, for 2 years.
Besides Alfred?
Yeah, this is. Saw that anyway.
Yes, I'm paying her.
They just put me in charge of something. 2 things.
I got.
For the-
What are you doing, by the way?
What was I doing? This problem back in August for physical therapy. So I go into a room for an hour appointment. This a few times.
Right.
What I was going to do because I couldn't move.
Work on IndieWeb stuff, and I'll say. Yeah, I think my land of this event is still waiting, is still pending. Reserved some single letter names because how many? What's that? What's that? Yeah, I was kind of tempted to go downstairs and kind of wander around, see if anybody's.
I told the IEEE.
We'll upgrade to social hacker level 1.
If you want, I have a refrigerator about a block down. If you want, I can take it over there and bring it back tomorrow.
No, tomorrow we've got lunch
We'll
coming.
leave it that just compounds the problem.
Yeah, if we save today's food for tomorrow, we have even more food tomorrow.
Yeah, what do you need? I think, Contact, you're here for like 5 days, right?
Wednesday afternoon.
I'm leaving Monday. I'm just still. There and not worry about space. I'm saying I don't have. They haven't.
You know, he was just in one of the square at the time, and I'm like, is this? And then mine in IndieWebCamp, handle. Yeah. There's one behind the couch.
I don't think I have enough,
This is gonna work. It's possible.
if not, wires and extension cords. So I assume. This.
This might be a very, very small webcam.
So, Amy, you're still.
Down, 3 up.
Streaming kit, lowercase, right? Oh, you should ask Amy about this. I think those are like the special vegan, like, apple. My understanding is that check my coffee since I just labeled it. I figure I should test the technology. The two different. This almost looks like an album cover, like the two things.
Dupe. So for example, and which, yeah.
Whoa.
And so myself, I actually have multiple sites, which, yes, and there's a lot of images. It actually uses an author on my site will only do that icon.
That's very cool.
Presumably once. See, for some reason some of these are duplicates. I don't know why I'm mass import. And this will be also a stepping, which is what I want to do.
Is she saying from that camera?
There's no video yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she sees a black screen.
Also, I have a drawer full of perfect attendance tickets. Sick for a year, they give me a free ticket. I'll have to pay taxes. What? Non-transferable, but for a ticket upgrade to positive space available ticket. I can bring somebody along if you're.
What just happened? For some reason it's listing my...
And said, would you like to this evening fly to Ireland? I said,
Like to...
not kidding. They called me in at 11 o'clock. Will you get on this plane? I said yes.
Are we ED?
What should the girls eat next? Green beans.
Have you?
An emoji ball.
I go for sweet potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Only one vote in.
Well, it's ABC. If anybody else is ready.
I condemn something.
Picture in Claremont. No, a moment ago, November.
Oh, the background.
Let's just say we had hundreds of people.
A couple of cats right in the middle of it. It is, but...
It has it on here. One. I have been, it's in super not great shape to demo.
That was going to take minutes, but I'll defer.
Without losing until after it's tempted by the whole cover photo is event, and also people can have cover photos.
Where did the cover photo come
It
from?
was somebody else's that
Isn't that a
cover photo.
There's
do we have markup for that?
a cover photo, you should pick the most prominent.
Good idea. Be funny. I kind of like this.
I'm sure some people would not.
Yes. But I kind of like add on to it. Infinite loading. It's not infinite scroll because it doesn't want when you get older. It actually loads it inline. Yeah. And because the URL also changes.
Oh,
Or go back. Most is that if you click somewhere and then go back. So this way, if I
Wait, the URL tracks the scroll?
the URL tracks the scroll. So if I actually did some documentation. And it's basically, it's public in case you're interested in how it works. Vocabulary and properties and potential by URL structure and how collections work, and then all the other services. So, for example, every post, if you click on each entry, it tells you each card or each yard thing, which can also appear on each address, which is often a location property. So basically, the goal. You see a property. So that's what I'm in the middle of now, is finishing of my content, reading my own documentation. Yes. Also web interface for creating posts, it's only macro so I'm just going to be always using it.
Oh, wow.
Here's one. Completely change the way I'm doing. I don't mention then a webhook configuration for site when
Whoa.
it down in that forces behind JF2 basically make that payload be the so that it's super
That makes more sense.
very soon.
Reconfigure a lower, a lot less work I
Yeah.
have to do.
Well, because it's already got the webhook in there and
Right.
all that works, so I just changed.
Bunch of
The code I have for turning.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
so it's
Um,
like 10 lines.
and then oh yeah. And I actually store this content as just the, and I'm trying to figure out for archiving, but so figure out how to like sources of which profile image, well, which means yeah, so everything's HTTPS, and if you have really old images anymore, because Twitter deletes images, so like if you go look at any of my them off.
changes their profile picture. That's possible they want that propagated to everywhere it's going.
Stuff.
Yeah, but that's easier. Someone changes their picture, they might be changing it for a reason.
Photo. Use the latest.
What I've seen on Twitter more often is actually people trying to back old stuff. It's just like the joke name of the day, and every day it changes. Twitter deletes the profile and all my image links are broken. I think a good goal is I like that plan.
I use your laptop.
Oh, yeah.
Resolve issues and figure out what I did.
You got it. Go for it.
But it has more. It's not paged. Check it. It's like oh, I can't remember what they are. Food.
You considered some tool.
Out of a vague location and then other. And this did fill up the whole page, but
Which calendar is it?
I don't know what's going on. They're all over laptop now. It's not much. Here I have a check-in, which is there, sort of saying is at home, is in the office, is at an event, whatever. Like a travel plan. It'll say then the next thing is coming up. Finished yet. So I've been trying to expand like this. I want to working on it, talked to you about this last time. I have like a weekly summary of so many hours. Liked this many things, spent this many hours in the office. Do if you're logging on this.
Can I use your laptop to demo also?
Oh, the reason. With everything I've done.
That's why I set up that Postmatic
of what that means, because they're kind of like minimum viable photo posts for me. Also publish them to Twitter. So interesting.
Emote, so it doesn't
You can go for it.
stretch.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see if I get up the font size. Does that help? I'm using Bridgie Publish to Twitter and Facebook. Which includes the original Instagram link where I posted it first and paste those from. Also puts in the original link, which I think is kind of cool because if I look at this on my own site, I like the presentation better than Twitter's permalinks. Like the picture is actually bigger, which you've got all that space, why not? To have a perma-short link, because if your site does a better job than the solid destination, you're like, oh, it looks better. It's almost like a zoom type feature. And then if you look at the view on public view, like vaguely similar sizes, kind of cool. Twitter, which is starting with, of course, the heart. Now that Twitter has switched to heart, aligning the icons.
I
and the
thought you'd
text.
have more to say about that.
What's that?
Place to send things.
I think I was like, it was pretty clear that that's the direction things were going anyway. I already named on my site like years ago. The newest thing is that I've actually got the of the image with like not too much noise on Twitter or Facebook. So I'm pretty pleased about that. And what I would like to get working this weekend is so that the mobile presentation is even better as well on both Twitter and Facebook. They don't kind of a sad waste of that screen space, but Instagram does. Design that any silo does, adapt that. Liquid flow. My photo image, then it's a photo. That's how I decided to treat it. And that's actually been kind of nice for authoring, because then if I want to conceptually decide how do I want to present this, is the image the most important? If it's just part of, like, actually, I have a post that has that recently. Like here, this one, this image is enough with an image in it. So that's a good photo post, description, and then
Do you also want to present on my laptop?
I don't. Good kid.
Adapter.
Last time I played this. It's showing something. It's good.
Title. It seems like it's
Secondary display. See if we can get an error. No. Yeah, if you could. Testing. So this is where I mess things up, my actual site. As you can see, there is yes, that was the former chairman of the MTA. I have passed away, so I dug out. So this is where I do testing. example, I wanted to get my teacup, so this was me testing to see if I could support teacup. I actually get the guy in the header there, a banana, which is the and I'm here at the last IndieWebCamp.
Where that was.
I said something. So now you can actually do a little selection box. But other people, for example, I have never wished for anything.
Nice.
And a lot of what, so a lot of the changes, let's see if I can show it. So here are all of those random test posts that I've done, like MF. Everything was being stored under a site property. Some of that's corrupted. A lot of the changes made it because I cannot write circumstance that support more. Posted on MicroPub will automatically end up in this. Well, trying to clean things up a lot. Figure out a thing that does a few, but I actually want. Oh, that's the cleaned up version. Yeah, certain malfunction if that happens. Different profiles liking it. But that's basically it. I just keep going. I had a bit of a setback, but
Let's see what happens.
So everyone in
Do we question? I could see
Feedback on before.
oh, I actually had some interesting this morning.
Did she pick the sweet potatoes?
Just so to get holes poked. So
for everything.
say what you're saying if you want it on.
Yeah. Well, this will be distributed. So it is being recorded. So some facts.
Hopefully we'll get more people showing up.
Do we want to adjust the schedule appropriately to cover that?
We should do.
No, I'm saying a half day. So what if we adjust it so half day tomorrow?
I think that seems reasonable.
Even split it like.
It's probably so. Last year, somebody else was presenting.
He says someone, he looks at Tantec for some reason.
No one else said anything that pointed last time. He doesn't pull punches.
So
Oh, go ahead, since Aaron, you get sure.
That seems like a good place to do it.
I was hoping you would.
Well, I will do that for you about before the end of the weekend. Obviously, and the way it's working is everything is either a H entry, a string to have URLs, or and I plan on having property is and the once I post. Aren't those just top level mainstream, not just a collection of? But that's starting to get into the void. But they are pretty different. Trees and cards have different presentations.
There's a comment that somebody can't hear.
It's on the shotgun.
Oh.
I suggested that
Okay.
explicit type still wanted to so I haven't had to deal with it yet.
Say is that you're asking.
Very much in also want to show trips.
That seems fine.
But isn't trip an event?
Well, so
Thing attached to the. We have
You look for guidance
Yes.
on.
when this question comes up again for something else.
That's why I say
know.
methodology.
Yeah.
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 Question about like when explicit post types become useful, and that you can see wanting to display them differently.
just you wanted this post types because all of my post types I've managed to make it the same template for everything. It just adds properties. I keep thinking I'm about to hit 2 post types that have the same properties, but I want to display them differently. But then I haven't quite hit that yet. So like events between the only difference between an event just has a location.
Yeah.
So because of that, I can display them differently. Because I could, but the detection of different properties starts to get really hacky.
But the challenge I would push back to you is to ask you, is it when you're at the point of creation of the post,
everything, and I just put
Yeah. Can I add
Did
a
you-
rider on that
I
one?
think you should name your.
Should I name it differently?
That has very little. That's orthogonal to your problem.
My problem.
Your problem is a point of like, where do you put the extra data? You're coming up with new types of posts from a UI perspective, and where should you put the data?
Sure. Yeah.
That's really the problem that you're asking.
Yeah.
It has or not.
That is true.
So let's not get drawn into the explicit typing discussion. Toss it towards the back. Get 20 points for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
oh Alex is
reproduce- Should we do a session on Jeff too?
Probably.
So I'll just say it's a mobile presentation. What might, in terms of both the homepage and permalinks, being to make them look awesome. The dimensions or OS and Firefox OS 8020. Different type of mobile content app. Make that work for the different, both permalinks and also the homepage. And I'm not sure which is a more important priority. That's something I feel like I could use some input on. The homepage might be higher priority, so because just to catch up on what you're up to.
That people find permalinks more often because they are
Search.
syndicated.
Important for the posts, the kinds, let's say, just from a the notes I feel like I have pretty down. Likes I could probably improve on. So I don't have that many different, I guess, jams. Also, I'm trying to think, what else do I post frequently? I think that's it. Post types. Other people have many more post types that they end up posting. Presentation problem for a subset of post types gives enough guidance into ability, or if there's like whole different classes of problems built, but I've sketched out enough to know that like I'm going to write a completely different style sheet for is events. Looking for guidance and input on prioritization, like which is more important and why, and then maybe what different kinds of post presentations have challenges. So I guess I'll draw a line. I haven't implemented it yet, but I want to at least sketch out how it would be possible. And if there's any other ones that
Well, the hard
page that's just bookmarks. And I would say, how do they look?
Slash links.
Is it slash links?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm
I
talking
would look at adacto.com/links on a mobile device and be like, how does this look?
same, at least right now. Well, it's on my list. I had to rewrite it. Well, basically.
A sheet that I can share so that everyone does for their own CMS, their own posting solution. I feel like I'm going to go through if I can make it so that research the
Back.
She's back.
cool. She's back. And I had a long discussion with Kevin Marks about this actually, because he had card things and the Google AMP demo thing, and I thought this is just about presenting your
When you have
great micro format, but like literally here's a that no matter what markup you're outputting, if you can use these style sheets.
Like IndieWeb Bootstrap.
Yeah, like an IndieWeb mobile bootstrap kind of thing. That's one way that you could do it, and that way it would be orthogonal from whatever microformats markup you're using or anything else, so that you can change your markup layout and things without having to like deal with breaking your data. So, but the larger point I was making to Kevin is that one of the things that I think that both the challenges that people look
like the documentation we saw earlier, where it's laid out very.
documentation but for presentation instead.
Yeah,
that's
I was
possible.
talking about more the design of that documentation in a very easy to locate manner.
Yeah, for documentation.
Yeah,
But I'm saying like the same kind of thing. There was a discussion, I can't remember where, just for like the news. Oh, I'm viewing friends' photos. I use it as a source of enjoyment experience. Whereas Instagram engaging and provocative and feel emotionally engaged with what I publish and I want to have as awesome a presence on Twitter. And I made it so people come to an indie website and have like a very emotionally positive experience in terms of the design and all that, then they'll make them want that more than just usage, which is dry and unengaging. Sort of the different points that we could take that discussion.
If you Google now, somebody Google now. Any other indie websites?
Just like
Should we get her so she can talk to us?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's now listed as in, like, maybe it'll change back once it's plugged in, but.
Well, it's strange.
They named it
Just
integrated.
before 23.
Yeah, it's not there, no, it says integrate, oh, no, it's search back.
Didn't know it had a data channel. Let's
Can you get audio pipe through?
HDMI you can usually.
No, I'm just saying you have it set up. Not the whole,
To work before.
a person there
her name is Alex, right?
Yeah.
from above. But this may be the hardest thing that any conference. Well, no, everybody's solving figuring it out.
Is your microphone?
That's what it's gonna look like till you get there.
Eventually
Every
we'll
time
cover
we add
every
more to the
single
doc.
scenario.
How are the papers? Oh, maybe I'll leave it one shot. I may be in a minority.
You see it there?
No, what I'm saying is follow.
The water fountain.
Hey, Amy, can you ask her to yeah.
The voice is coming from the.
Right, oh, okay. I'm an undergraduate of Edinburgh, and one description of my title right now.
Your business
I
card?
was introduced to hacking along as a side project. I don't really have that much experience with the site. So my scrolling's messing with it. So, space and going along the IndieWebCamp wiki,
That the clip
trying to
quality is no. Asked him if now that he has some free time, he might be coming out, considered it, but if Bear would come up. That extra bed I didn't know I had. Her Scottish accent is very subtle. I think I posted.
My anecdotal experience so far.
sharing pro- okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it,
Yeah, drop a URL in IRC.
See, there's a big high.
Yes.
that's a thing that can be done. That people want to know.
Oh, hello.
Person who has not identified themselves.
So the implication
How about like for suggestions?
web mentions, and that sort of shows that made it visually easy to mention was safe and middle principles will be able to follow along. Just go along. Related stuff isn't really IRC pledges or my responsible.
I want to get done.
The things that I want to work on in the future, a few different things that I haven't quite figured out was done in the past with other forms of media, right? Videos, like that remotely. So I figured that would reduce my dependency on other external. Already got them sort of hopefully be a good thing to do. It's just a matter of figuring out what the best approach would be.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you already have web support, so that you own your gram and you're set.
Yeah, but then Facebook still has one. Yep.
So they have all their own policies.
concerned about Facebook having your photos or
Just the general.
Protection separation. So just go private from.
I never quite understood the idea. I just never understood why I'd want to.
If you did you ever take?
I only post photos on my own site. I may consider it only because
Mobile photo post creation. That's the
of everything. My person
FT.
phone can if you download it, an app, and it. I'm just waiting for somebody in this community to.
I have an Android app. There's- Oh,
But
you
I
tried
wasn't.
it?
Yes. You knew about it.
Alex.
From his login and on my phone, it just
What phone do you have now?
I switched to the Nexus 5X.
Oh.
Alex to continue.
Does she have anything else?
Okay, do you have anything else you want to?
Or to get integrated within the community. If that would be of interest to people.
We could do like a the barriers to.
No, I didn't.
we could have a. If you're up for that, how long are you? Cool.
I still want to know, did you solve your mobile problem?
Huh?
It was referenced in one of those links.
Oh no. Well, the solution was I'm not going to get.
Because I would have recommended Ting. It's pure usage-based billing.
I need to. Oh, but who else is there?
Bandwidth situation. Put up.
Okay.
Which was the working pen?
The blue one mostly works.
But I want to talk about the concept of notifications. So I've been having a lot of trouble with this, and it started a few months ago. I went on a trip and I was posting notifications which were driving me crazy. Anything about web mentions. Hackery, which I've done. But in general, I want to notify about, and clustering is the other. Where if you get one an hour, you want them displayed individually, or if you do you want to poll every 20 minutes? So the question is one cluster. Sorry, excuse my handwriting. And the second part is, of course, presentation. Because the medium isn't the issue.
The presentation.
Yeah. But the other part is the clustering part, which is
And then
if you have more than one, how do you combine them together?
and then what? That's being the internet. Right? Instead of the web.
Okay, so any refinements of that one, or anybody else have anything in that
No,
area?
that's great. Clustering work on webengine.io and
Because I was getting, you have a comment, which isn't true because my system doesn't know that web is. I started teaching it, but a day, so I made that. There.
The mic is over
Who's
here.
hiding in the background there?
That's can't be
That's an ear.
ghost.
The one thing I want to. Yeah, you did. You brought that.
oh, it's timer now.
Heck yeah.
That's right.
Even my iPod, that was 9, I think it's.
Use this one.
No,
I haven't seen my camera since June.
Tested it, but I think I can try.
when Sandra gets here, or not.
Sandra should be here.
And we can do it standing.
This
Yeah.
Perfect.
Enough sessions and people that there's a question of, does everyone want to do everything, or should we?
I'm fine.
I would.
I don't know.
Or well, it's not.
Interested in all of these discussions.
Sacrifice to be able to parallelize.
Certainly like to have JF2 obviously.
Okay, so
Still
it sounds
have
like
See camera.
if we gave, but not the full set, you could. Everyone grab a different color marker.
We only have
We
3.
don't have enough markers.
That's fine.
Oh, you have more over there?
I'll be green.
There's, yeah, I'm not bringing us yet. That's 3, 4.
Okay.
To accomplish convincing this many people to show up in Edinburgh, but you have to sell out.
Minimum viable.
Casing to begin with.
a box somewhere you wouldn't forget which ones you checked.
I was assuming.
Put mark the 3.
Use any color.
Not this.
It just matters the number of check marks.
It's. I'll tell you why it's going to matter is because if we get to the first few, then there. No,
Yeah,
it's like one more.
So what
Yeah,
about
yeah.
JF2 do you want to talk about anyway?
We should.
I'm trying to do this and I see.
Really?
I put that on
That's going to be
this already.
Oh, okay.
Do either of you have really long hands and can you?
It's the long arm of the internet. 3 people there, right? Because
There are 4. There are. Lauren just woke up and came downstairs. So there are now 4 there.
Okay.
We're not out. Oh, well, just arrived at the house. I guess got home.
I
Could
still
have
say
just
we
walked
list,
out
we,
that way.
we do
They're
need
all
to
in
list
there.
Loki as participant for every IndieWebCamp, a remote participant.
I couldn't see my cats.
Maybe we should bring back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that. Most of the IndieWebCamps were like during.
I'd enjoy doing another one day.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to say something.
I'm going to assume barriers to joining the community. Well, can we put the camera on the whiteboard? Oh,
It's open to IRC with numbers, so they just need to give me 3 numbers each.
Very easy.
Posts.
Presentation.
yeah.
Will says.
I'm trying to figure out this gesture. Are they fighting off camera?
There are 3 of them there. I think all of
I know.
us. I don't know if Hamish is voting.
Etherpad, I linked in the IRC channel.
Yeah, neither bad. I just missed that.
I just.
Etherpad linked from the.
Snaft wants.
He's here?
Oh, is
Tuned
he?
in or not?
Didn't watch.
How do we get on?
If he was remote participating, I would be listening.
He might just be watching the YouTube stream.
I'm going to run out of. Anyway,
So, snarf
I feel like
quotes,
it's a
or
next
what?
step.
Just that one?
Yeah. That's what you said.
Okay.
well, you know, IndieWeb notifications as a service.
Actually. Facts, I don't want to talk about it. That was,
You're gonna write that one down?
yeah, I know.
Is it available?
Probably not.
With nasty top line.
Okay.
Other side effect of IndieWebCamps buying.
Prenatal.
So it's almost noon.
Also, I think if we're gonna just sit around it,
I'm fine with that. I just,
I don't know if that's gonna solve the audio problem.
It will. Cameras pointed at the, which is the critical use case to not lose power.
Just move one table inside.
I think it looks better.
Okay. I was just gonna sit on completely.
That's why. Did not realize. Place to get into the middle of the room.
Paradigm second position.
What's your for?
It's for this one.
What Snarf is on?
Also try to get
the boundary mic.
Second output out.
microphones there, because they actually
Put it back. Put it back.
Unnecessarily.
get the using the computer.
Then have this one here.
We're going through all this and then we're gonna go to lunch and have to break everything.
Yeah, this room is not secure. We could lock stuff on the 5th floor.
Kinda cause the put.
Why do I feel